Coming up on MHS1, we take you fishing.
We show you how to race in dragons.
And we get some tips for the AP exam.
And it's all coming up on MHS1. Good morning, McKinney High School. I'm Hannah Fisher.
And I'm Austin Time, and you're watching MHS1. McKinney High School will have a new principal next year. Here's Jamie Weiss and Devin McGuire.
Over the next few months, many changes will be occurring at McKinney High School. One of these changes is the resignation of Principal Harrington.
Being principal of McKinney High School, and of any high school, takes a lot of time, takes a lot of energy. And you reach a point sometimes where you feel that you need a recharge.
Although he will not be returning, Mr. Harrington has made a lasting impression on MHS.
Mr. Harrington so truly cares about the individual students. He really cares about them as people and the kind of adults that they become. And as a part of our community.
It's going to be different, having had the same principal each year for 3 consecutive years and not being able to have that final year of having a new principal, having to meet them only for 1 year, and just having to readjust.
Mr. Harrington values the many skills that students hold and makes an effort to appear at all school functions.
I just remember whenever I would go to either my sister's volleyball banquet or anything, he would always be there. And even the band banquet, he made sure to go to every single student event and be there to support.
I think a lot of our students will know that they've seen me a lot of different places. I'm here at ball games, I'm at concerts, I'm at meetings, and all those kinds of things. And those kinds of things take time away from your family. They take time away from my kids and that sort of thing.
Central Office will pick a new principal by the end of April.
I think he's a really good principal. I think he's very in tune with the student body as a whole. And I feel like the next principal that we have is not going to know McKinney High the way he does.
I don't think McKinney High will be the same at all.
This has been Jamie Weiss and Devin McGuire reporting for MHS1.
Now here's Jacob Judd with sports.
Thanks, guys. If you're a big sports fan, you've got a lot to choose from this weekend. The softball team crushed J.J. Pierce 10-0 last Thursday. The girls will probably win again at their game at Wiley East this Friday at 7. The boys soccer team dominated their district championship game with a 15-0 shutout against Anna. The Lions will kick off the first round of playoffs against Frisco Wakeland at the A. Clark Stadium in Plano this Friday at 7:15. The girls soccer team also took home the district championship and will play their first round of playoffs against Frisco Liberty this Friday at 7:30 on our home turf, Ron Poe Stadium. Also this Friday, the baseball team will head to Highland Park to take on the Scots at 7:30. Here's Ty Holt, Emily Brightman, and Nicole Quincy with more.
With the baseball season in full swing, we sat down with Coach Price to get his opinion of the team.
We're young. Got a lot of inexperienced players as far as varsity experience goes, and so we've got a lot of guys that have a lot to prove.
This year I'm pretty optimistic about what we can do in district. I feel like our opponents are pretty equally matched with us, and I feel like we can scrap our way through the district season.
Breaks, go. Get them.
Like other sports, baseball coaches pass information to players using signs.
Signs are used to relay messages from the coach to his players, and we put on plays kind of like football, but we just don't yell them out. They're just more secretive.
When I was a freshman, it took me about 2 days to learn the signs. They're not very difficult, but for some people they are. So.
The Lions' current record is 0-5 in district, so come support the baseball boys at work tonight at 7:30 at Highland Park.
We hope that the work we've put in so far will pay dividends and we'll find success.
This has been Emily Brightman.
Ty Holt.
and Nicole Quincy, reporting for MHS1.
Yo, it's L. Parkman. And you know what? I'm here with my two main chicks right here from the McKinney High soccer team, Tori Holbert and Lizzie Navarrete. And we're trying to figure out how they get all those mad goals. Is it those tight cleats that y'all got?
No L's.
It's gotta be those tight jerseys y'all got. Nike sponsorship? It's gotta be them.
No L's.
Come on, it's gotta be this tight bun.
No L's.
Come on, it's gotta be the shoes, gotta be the shoes. Look at them Nike shoes. Black shoes, black socks. Oh my God, look at them shoes. It's gotta be the shoes, Nike shoes.
No, it's not the shoes.
Then it's gotta be these tight Nike shorts. Come on, it's gotta be the shorts. It's gotta be the shorts. Is it the shorts? It's gotta be the shorts. Texas shorts, Nike shorts, it's gotta be the shorts.
No L's.
All right.
That's all for sports. Now back to you.
Thanks, Jacob. Many changes have happened around the school. Here's Kayla Hopman and Sarah Wilson with a new look at construction.
Now that McKinney High School is becoming 5A, the campus is expanding and upgrading to accommodate a larger student population.
No matter where you're standing around our building, it's going to look different. Okay, the current courtyard is going to be built into and enclosed, and the courtyard pushed out a little bit. So there'll be a new main entrance to our school. The main stairways right outside my office that go upstairs, when you get to the top of them, right now you can only turn left. But after the construction's over with, there will be some science classrooms on the second floor in that space. Underneath that will be a new entrance to the building where principal's office, registrar's office, clinic will all be housed in that area. If you're in the back of the building, there'll be new wings built out there, first floor and second floor, and you'll have additional classroom space out there. The rear entrance to the building where a lot of our students enter from the buses, and that's also going to be redone. It's going to be a significant change.
I know that we're going to need new science labs, and all the science teachers are really excited because they just need remodeling and revamping. I've looked at the blueprints, kind of hard to understand, but bigger hallways, and we're going to go out the back behind my room, and so that's going to be good because we're going to get up to 3,000 students here. It's going to be crazy.
I think it's going to be an exciting process. There's going to be some inconveniences along the way. We're just going to have to work together to make it through those months of construction. Anticipate by December of 2013, January 2014, it's going to be about a 2-year process. Significant changes are in store.
This has been Sarah Wilson and Kayla Hopman reporting for MHS1.
A student in McKinney has dealt with some rare circumstances. Here's Noe Maximati with her legacy.
An MISD counselor named Rebecca Oaxaca started the nonprofit organization called Laura's Legacy. But who is Laura?
She was diagnosed with CF when she was an infant because CF is a genetic disease.
It's a terminal disease, so it affects your lungs, your pancreas, and your digestive system. It's affected me by the way I've changed towards not being able to run or not being able to, at this point, walk much.
To raise a donation for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, the Laura's Legacy volunteers raised money through selling bracelets. Social media has connected the vast supporters of Laura's Legacy.
I made a wish to the Make-A-Wish Foundation to meet Selena Gomez, and that couldn't happen because she was on tour, and so we're trying to reach her and see when we can meet maybe. And I have talked to her on the phone. I've met her producer, and she sent me a couple her CD records and a big poster that she signed. So I have been in contact.
Part of the reason that this is so important to me, and the reason I keep telling kids about it, is one of you may be the person that finds the cure for CF for Laura and for her family. You never know, because you guys are so remarkable.
This has been Maddie Derryberry, Max Parola, and Noe Garcia reporting for MHS1.
With summer approaching, the sport of fishing is gaining popularity. McKinney recently held its annual trout derby. Here's Andra Van Ballen and Eli J with a closer look.
Hardcore and amateur fishermen joined together at Town Lake for the Trout Derby, an event celebrating fishing for all ages.
The Trout Derby is a nice family fun event. It's been going on. This is our 10th year of doing this. It's a good opportunity for parents to get out with their kids and have a family-friendly event.
Throw your lines out and you just catch fish, and when you catch the biggest fish or whatever, you just take it over there and see if you caught the biggest fish. If you did, you get a trophy and stuff. It's pretty cool.
We put 4,000 rainbow trout into Town Lake, and they'll hopefully get all fished out in the next couple of weeks. We actually put nets across the lake so that the fish are all condensed into a smaller area. It makes fishing better for everybody that's here. People are catching all kinds of different sizes, and the kids that catch them, it's a great opportunity to see them. They're glowing. They feel like they've really accomplished something.
We asked the fishermen what the Trout Derby means to them.
I like the Trout Derby because it gives you a chance to fish for trout, which is usually rare to catch down here in Texas. Usually you're fishing for bass and other kinds of fish. So it's a good time to catch a northern kind of fish.
It's an opportunity to get outside and do something that's maybe a little different than what you do on a regular day. You're going out and you're getting to spend some time fishing with your family or friends.
You get to come out here with family and just have fun and just do what you like, fish and stuff.
We usually fish on the golf course ponds for bass. Everybody likes to fish. We got a whole bunch of fishing poles in the garage. It's a good time.
This has been Andrew Van Ballen and Eli J. reporting for MHS1.
Hey Hannah, are you ready for your AP exam?
Not yet, but here's Gunnar and Aaron to give us some tips on how to study.
Tests. AP tests. If you're in an AP class, you are going to need these tips. The AP exams start May 7th. That's a lot closer than you think. So if you don't want to be like that guy, start studying now, so you have time to do things you like read Leatherneck. The first thing you should do is see a teacher. Ask if they have a study guide. If they do, get it. Now let's see what study tips these AP teachers have for us.
For AP Calculus, the basics are just knowing how to take the derivative and the integral of different functions and being able to analyze the behavior of the graph of the different functions.
Here we go. You want to pass your AP Chemistry exam. You need to eat a good breakfast, study your book, know your chemical reactions, know your equilibrium, know your acids and bases. And I know that you can do it because chemistry rocks.
So the first thing you need to do in order to study is invent a time machine, go back in time to the beginning of the year, and do all the reading and the vocabulary that I told you to do then. That's how you're going to be successful in the AP exam.
Have a plan. Execute. You gotta have a plan. Can't just long range, short range goals. Execute it.
Use the strategies that you have been taught, such as optic, patter, diddles, and other than that, trust yourself. You know more than you think you do.
And don't make it hard on yourself. Have some friends drop by. You learn better and it's a lot less boring. But if you're not a big fan of people, you can always go online and go to collegeboard.com. They have great AP reviews. With these tips, you are now ready for the AP exam. This has been Aaron Delgado and Gunnar Lund reporting for MHS1.
Many students have begun to raise dragons. Here's Ethan Deshays and Jillian Limbaugh with the story.
Dragon Vale is this magical land full of dragons, and you breed these dragons to try to get them to their full level, which is level 10, so you can help them reach their maximum potential and energies to help you gain your money for help like your garden and get all like the wizard people who come visit your garden happier, so you can get lots of money. Some good advice would be don't spend too much money on the game, because I have spent around like $50 in that game on a given time. And buying gems is very appealing, but don't do it, because afterwards you feel really stupid, even though you sometimes get a sun dragon, so it's kind of worth it too. So just whichever way you want to go. My favorite dragon, I think, would have to be the sun dragon, because it's like this giant, like just glowing, like fire dragon. That's awesome. I think everyone should play Dragon Vale, because it helps us all connect and become one with dragons and friends.
If I could make a living off of breeding dragons, I would. My advice is to be very patient, because it takes a super long time to breed dragons.
We asked Shelby to show us her islands.
This was my first island, and I started off with only these plant dragons. But now, as you can see, I have 4 islands, plus a mating island. You want to be the Dragon Master.
Playing Dragonvale adds a very essential part to anybody's life, and if you don't play it or never play it, you miss out on something that could have a great impact and positive influence and teach you how to manage time and money wisely, so everyone should at least try it.
This has been Ethan Deshays and Jill Limbaugh reporting for MHS1.
I'm obviously the Dragon Master.
Good morning, everybody. It's time for your favorite segment of the day, time for the right way prompts. English 1, right way prompt for March 30th, which is tomorrow, or today. I can't even say that. Icarus? Icarus, okay. Read the following summary. Icarus was a Greek mythological figure also known as the son of Daedalus. Icarus and his dad were stuck in Crete because the king of Crete would not let them leave. Daedalus made some wings for both of them and gave his son instruction on how to fly. Not too close to the sea, the water will soak up the wings. Not too close to the sky, the sun will melt them down. Icarus, however, appeared to be obstinate, and did fly too close to the sun. This caused the wax that had held the wings on his wings to melt, and he crashed into the sea and died. Think. The moral of the passage above. What life lesson should the reader have learned? Greek mythology is often alluded to in literature and help emphasize the message that a writer wants to get across to the reader. Does that make sense? Write a literary essay using some aspect of Greek mythology. You may either write your own mythological story or allude to something from Greek mythology. Be sure to include thematic statement, problem with a solution, dialogue, and a literary element. English 2. Describe how the theme of good versus evil fits into both To Kill a Mockingbird and East of Eden. English 3. Write an essay about your musical interests. Discuss your favorite artists, selections of groups, as well as current trends which interest you. Please be sure to include a strong thesis statement and effective elaboration. English 4. You do not have a right way this week. No, I used that joke last time. It's not funny anymore. Your prompt is, Alice came to a fork in the road. Which road do I take, she asked. Where do you want to go, responded the Cheshire Cat. I don't know, Alice answered. Then, said the cat, it doesn't matter. Will you graduate on June 1st, 2012? Will you come to a fork in the road? Where will you go from here? Write at least a paragraph detailing what you hope to do after graduation and why you hope to do it. So hopefully you graduate. And that way you can write this prompt. That's all for Right Way prompts. Now back to you.
Someone once said that the more things change, the more they stay the same. As people come and go, and as schools expand and grow, we can be sure that McKinney is just becoming a little more classic.
Well, that's all we have for you today. For more information, visit mainstreamnews.com.
And remember, if it's news,
And it's at McKinney High School.
it's MHS1.